Here we came too far, in the darkest days, don't know where we are, or who we are. Here we came too far, in the darkest days, don't know where we are, or who we are. Here we came too far, in the darkest days, don't know where we are, or who we are. Here we came too far, in the darkest days.
Hi, what up, y'all? Planet of Figs here for Women in Pigstar HH News. I don't know if y'all keeping up with the Harvey Weinstein trial, but one of his accusers testified of the details of her alleged assault, and it wasn't pretty. I heard nothing but gasp in the courtroom. Yeah, gasping. Like, I can't believe this. I can't believe that. Harvey, old man, he has to get help to the courthouse. But the most bombshell of all is his accuser claimed he had reassignment surgery, meaning Harvey Weinstein may be going to a women's prison because he no longer has a man part. He actually has a woman part. He has the reassignment surgery. So Harvey's been spreading his legs for men for years now, allegedly. How do y'all feel about Harvey Weinstein having a JJ over a private? That bugged my mind out. Anyway, here's details about that. Also included some opinions on an article that's saying men are being socialized to be inhumane. I disagree with that. I believe men are being raised to be feminized and to think like women, like that's going to help them survive or whatever. And that's just this new generation of millennials. Anyway, if the video don't start when I stop talking, remember Harvey Weinstein has a JJ, not a private. Yes, that's what this is about. And let me know, how do you feel about the opinions of people saying men are being socialized to be inhumane? If the video don't start when I stop talking, click the link in the description. Like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, visit my community wall. And if you have time, go to www.amore-yiga.com/TV. That's our Planet of Figs too. We are the new umbrella.
Single, father, society, and pig, star, HH News. When you look at Harvey Weinstein, you're seeing an extreme of a socialized behavior from 2018. Men are socialized to be inhumane, agree or disagree. This material is tired. The well has run dry. Move on to fresher, innovative, oversimplified bullshit or shut up. Face with tears of joy. This is true. Horseshit and gun smoke is the rule of the day. That Harvey chose to coerce ambitious starlets into his sexual sphere instead of hiring high-priced callgirls, which he sue. LD certainly afford, says a lot about his proclivity to wield his power. The irony is that in the long
amount of respect for everything that Oprah has achieved and contributed in her life. What I reposted was not an attack on Oprah at all. She just happened to be the person photographed with the pig in the picture. No, what I reposted was commentary on the hypocritical and double standard nature and behavior of Hollywood.
Too long, women have not been heard or believed if they dared to speak their truth to the power of those men. But their time is up.
Somebody posted a comment on this post saying, calling me an Uncle Tom, saying, quote, they were disappointed to see a brother tearing a sister down. End of quote. So let me get this straight. In order to promote social awareness dialogue on this particular subject, I repost, not create, but repost a meme that appeared on my social feed, and now all of a sudden, it's a brother tearing down a sister issue. Let me make something abundantly clear.
And it cost him so much more. Not where I come from, they're not. If you find this to be true, you should look critically at the mores of your community. The mirror is a good place to observe Sounds like a cop-out to me. I'm tired of men, especially rich white men, whinging about why their bad behavior isn't really their fault. It devalues the good men who manage to be decent and kind every day. Laura Jedden Fisher, it's not a cop-out, and it doesn't devalue good men. I think I was
watching Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein. You did it, I didn't, you did it, shut up.
Finally, I'd like to thank Harvey Weinstein. The Punisher, that's his nickname. The Punisher, yes.
Harvey, if I keep thanking you in public, people think we're having an affair. But nonetheless, if you're choosing sides in the playground before a scrap, I would like to have Harvey Weinstein and Graham King on my side.
Harvey Weinstein, Bob Weinstein, God bless them.
My friends at Miramax for making this film, especially Harvey. And, Harvey, thank you for killing whoever you had to kill to get me up here today. And to Harvey Weinstein, the tough guy on the playground with the biggest heart. Thank you for saying you do anything for your friends, and you always do. Thank you.
And then Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein, Harvey and Bob Weinstein, everyone.
Thank you, Harvey Weinstein.
I want to thank Harvey and Bob Weinstein, my agent Kevin Uvain, and God, Harvey Weinstein. The Punisher, Old Testament, I guess.
Especially the bomber Weinstein, my godfather.
It's better than I do.
Sometimes I call him Jennifer, it's a pet name.
Okay.
I would like to thank Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein, who believed in us and made this movie.
Harvey, thank you to Harvey.
Harvey Weinstein for his commitment.
And to Harvey Weinstein and everyone at Miramax.
He's Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein and Lawrence Bender and
Harvey and Bob Weinstein, you also break my heart with your uncensored passion.
But I have to thank Harvey Weinstein. And thank you, sir.
of course, Harvey, who first took me on 20 years ago when I was a mere child sensation.
I want to thank the Mashbuka Weinstein. Mazel tov.
There's a guy I'd like to really thank here that people don't thank enough, but there's a kindly, wonderful, gentle man that we all deeply love. His name is Harvey Weinstein. A little rough around the edges, but a heart of gold. And we do love you. And this is a good man. People don't know that, but he's done a lot of good things in life. They'll write an article about that someday, too.
My morally worst as a teenager. My actions and worldview were largely shaped by acting in a way that wouldn't lead to being teased or made fun of, even if it meant making other people feel less than. I grew up and realized how toxic that is, but a lot of men don't. Perhaps, but one might say those good men were socialized to act that way too, so socialization isn't automatically a cop-out. Alexander Voles, thank you for your comment. I suspect most of us are not our best selves when we hit puberty and the stakes seem high and our bodies are...
And Megan Twohey, who've written She Said, and it's the inside story of Harvey Weinstein and how they reported and broke the news that launched the Me Too movement. And they have a lot of great things to say about Gwyneth Paltrow and how instrumental she was in helping them when they needed to sort of connect the dots and try to find a way to confirm some of the things that he did. And as you know, this has been a huge and important story, and it's
suddenly so weird and our brains are still developing. I've been a teacher for 30 years, and I've watched these kids grow through that. But the headline specifies men, adults who have come out the other side and started making choices about who they want to be in the world. You and many men like you made choices you can be proud of, but I disagree that a lot of men don't realize they are toxic. I think they just choose what makes them feel good or powerful or safe because they like it. Rick Hodges, thanks for your comment. Your logic seems to suggest that socialization is powerful enough to absolve us of free will. That's not my experience. Laura J.
Hollywood. But this is what they said about Gwyneth's role, and in relation to that, about your role as well. So I just want to play you a little soundbite and get your reaction.
The essence of the Gwyneth story is not just about the fact that she says he ended a business meeting at the Peninsula Hotel in Beverly Hills by placing hands on her and saying, let's finish this in the bedroom. The point is, she had been cast in the movie Emma, which was a star-making role. It was a great part.
Fisher completely agree. Harvey Weinstein is the exception, not the rule. This article, like so much feminist propaganda, has the sole aim of trying to smear all men with the bad behavior of a few. One anecdotal video says nothing, except that this person had a bad experience, and they want to generalize it in a way that is logically and morally invalid. This is BS. Weinstein's behavior and the fact that he is unattractive are anathema to women. Therefore he employs coercion and the casting couch to get what he wants. Pathetic, really. Anna Karas, this video isn't an excuse for Weinstein's behavior. It's a take on how society shapes toxic masculinity. Alexander Voles, yeah, I get it. To see the full video, click the link in the description, please. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow, hit the bell.
But it hadn't been filmed yet, and after Brad Pitt, her boyfriend at the time, confronted Weinstein, Weinstein called Gwyneth, according to her, and said, you're going to ruin everything. You're going to screw up your whole career. And she thought she was going to be fired.
So Brad Pitt, it's obviously Gwyneth's story to tell and the reporter's story to tell, but I wonder if you feel, you can add anything to that, because you do come out.
Single, father, society, and pig, star, H. News. Harvey Weinstein has no testicles and appears to have a vagina, rape accuser testifies. Jessica Mann's testimony contained some grim, horrifying and downright bizarre details. Harvey Weinstein has no testicles and appears to have a vagina, his rape trial heard on Friday. Jessica Mann, one of two actresses whose allegations brought criminal charges against the disgraced movie producer, took to the stand in New York to give her graphic account of what she endured. The 34-year-old accused him of forced oral sex and rape in early 2013, but that afterwards she decided to try be in a consensual relationship with him because she was confused and had been sexual with very few people in her life. Meghan McCain defends Harvey Weinstein's ex Georgina Chapman as his rape trial starts. The first time I saw him fully naked, I thought he was deformed or intersex, she told Manhattan Supreme Court jurors. He has extreme scarring that I didn't know.
As, one of the heroes of this story, you confronted a guy that very few people were willing to confront, apparently.
Oh, well, I think that's a bit much. I have a couple things to say. At that moment, I was a boy from the Ozarks on the playground, and that's how we confronted with things, and wanted to make sure nothing happened.
No, if maybe he was a burn victim. He does not have testicles and it appears like he has a vagina, she said, before acknowledging he did have a penis. When I first saw him naked, I was filled with compassion, absolute compassion, she said, admitting she performed consensual oral sex on him. It seemed his anger came from a place of shame. When he first performed oral sex on her, it was not consensual, she claimed. Mann welled up in tears as she recalled Weinstein inviting her and a friend to his room in the Montage Beverly Hills to read scripts before separating her from her friend and getting her into the bedroom. She said that he kept trying to kiss her despite her rebuffs, and the more she fought, the angrier he became. He was saying, look, you're going to let me do something for you. I said, what? He wouldn't tell me. Then he told me to sit on the bed, and then that's when he went down on me. I sort of locked up and got really quiet. I was worried about my friend out there by herself. I faked an orgasm to get out of it. He asked me how it was, if I liked it. I was nervous, so I told him it was the best I ever had. Michelle Pfeiffer blamed herself after #MeToo moment with high-powered Hollywood figure. She alleged Weinstein peed on her once, and when asked to describe his hygiene, she said, it was very bad, he smelled like shit, excuse me, sorry, like poop. He just was dirty. Describing the alleged
Further, because she was going to do 2 films. I think the interesting thing is that we, Hollywood specifically, but the workplace, men and women's dynamics is being recalibrated in a very good way. And it's long overdue. And I do think that's an important story to tell.
alleged rape, she said she was supposed to have a breakfast meeting at a hotel in New York in March of 2001. 3, but panicked when she saw Weinstein getting a room. She said she tried to tell the staff they didn't need the room, which is when he angrily pulled her aside and warned her not to embarrass him, before leading her up to the room. She said she twice tried to leave but he blocked her. I shut down a little bit and he told me to undress and then he comes to me and grabbed my hand and forced me to start undressing myself, she said. I gave up at that point, and I undressed, and he stood over me until I was completely naked, and then he told me to lay on the bed, after which he went into the bathroom, she said. And then he came out naked and he got on top of me, and that's when he put himself inside of me, his penis inside of me. After the alleged incident, she said she went into the bathroom and found a syringe in the trash can, and discovered it was an injection for erections after Googling the name. It was the realization that he stabbed himself with a needle, and there has to be blood because he was inside of me. I was in shock over that, she said. Asked whether Weinstein used a condom, man replied, no. Quote, the trial continues Friday afternoon. To see the full video, click the link in the description, please. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow, hit the bell, and, if you get time, go to www.amor-ica.com. Thank you very, very, very much. Single, Father, Society, and Pig, Star.
Harvey Weinstein, I'm about as close to hating him as I can to anybody, to be honest with you. I really am. I dislike the man tremendously. But I hope he gets acquitted. I hope he gets acquitted. I don't know. I haven't followed the stories at all. I haven't followed what's going on in the courtroom. But for somebody to come out 5 years later, 10 years later, 15 years later, after they played the whore and got some positions and got some money, and now they want to join a Me Too bandwagon when they didn't have enough courage to say it within the hour, within 2 hours, within 3 hours, or the next day. I don't want to hear any of that trash. They got so much. The Bible says it's a whorish heart. That's what the Bible says. They have a whorish heart. They want to make some money. They're slipping around, but now they want to join the Me Too. Oh, you don't say what I went through. I didn't realize it was rape then. I didn't know what they were doing to me. Okay. Tell it to somebody else who doesn't read their Bible. You want to play victimhood and a pity party. I'm talking about your wicked heart this morning. Your wicked heart. You want to blame everybody else for your mess up. You want to blame everybody else for your sin. You don't want to take responsibility for your sin. That's your deceitful heart deceiving yourself. If you messed up, just say, I messed up. Please pray for me, Pastor. Man, that would be a breath of fresh air. If you say, Pastor, I really shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have said that, I'm waiting to hear those words. Not somebody who's purposely rebellious and presumptuously sinning against God. So, well, I don't care what the Bible says. That's the Old Testament. We're under grace. Sure, like the 10 Commandments don't apply today. Thank you very much.
Hey, what up, y'all? Planet of Fakes here. 2020's coming, brand new everything. I got a brand new Instagram. Make sure you follow it, planet_of_the_fakes. And hey, Planet of Fakes back again. This is just a reminder. If you have any problems accessing the videos at our site, www.amor-ica.com/TV, more than likely it's because you're on a cell phone or tablet. All you have to do is at the top of the browser on the right hand, it's normally 3 dots. You hit them, this menu comes down, hit desktop site. You have to switch from mobile view to desktop view, and all the videos will pop right up for you. Any other problems, just hit us up at support@amor-ica.com. Thanks again for supporting. Alright, Planet of Fakes here. I'd like to thank you for watching our video, but I also would like to remind you to please subscribe to our other pages. YouTube Streets, Planet of Fakes Kids, I'm Just Nosy, Kanika Jenkins, 36 Hours, POTFS, Planet of the Kings, POTFS Battle Zone, Planet of Fakes Extraordinary, Planet of Fakes for Pets, Umbrella, POTFS, Planet of Fakes for Families, Pigstar HH News, Planet of Fakes